Hello everybody, whoever happens to show up here. Welcome back to my channel and this new stream. This will be a short one. Whatever. I think this will be a short one, as there's really not much left for me to do. I will be showing off some things, but we're gonna just head on back to the to where I set up my kind of test for yesterday. I did a little test of how I wanted to do this yesterday, and yeah, it worked out about how I wanted it to, except for one last thing, but I'll figure that part out. I don't really know how, but I'll figure something out with it. But yeah, we are going to be going back to old Fethrus Indaren, and here's hoping that everything all turns out alright for this. It's not like in a bad way, but like I said in the description, I am kind of up in the air about doing, don't look at them, I'll do a little showing off before showing off, and I gotta move some more stuff, because I forgot about something last night. Oh, by the way, this is the home that I use mainly for storage, because it's Saint Denis is right here, so you literally walk out of Saint Denis, walk down the road towards Vivek a little bit, and you see this house. So, and it's got a quest associated with it. It's a pretty cool quest. You drive a ghost out, and then you get the house. And it's just a house that you own. And I've been storing things in here since the very beginning of the game, so as a result, there is a lot of stuff in here. And actually, most of my stuff is here. Most of my don't look at those. Most of my spoils of war, most of my little trinkets and shit that I've picked up through stealing and other things, they're all here. And they're just scattered throughout the world, or throughout the home. And honestly, I'm kind of proud of it, but at the same time, I'm kind of disappointed in myself, because as I've gone through in recent times, I've seen how much more stuff I missed out on, and how much more stuff I could have had in here, and how much, like, more decorated it could be. But, like, we saw it when I opened the save. This is 16 days of playtime. 16 days. I don't know what that is off the top of my head, because I'm American. So, 384 hours. $401 hours on Fethrus. 401. One character. Started him back in November. We can see in the wait, day 452. It hasn't been a year, but I waited enough time for it to pass a year. Whatever. It's crazy, like, looking back on it now, how much more stuff could be here. And actually, some of my stuff is in another player home that's, it's over here, I believe, outside of Pelagiad. Or, no, actually, I could just go check that place out before I'm done. This isn't actually going to be that short of a stream, I think. This one might go for an hour or two, or for an hour. We'll see. But before I finish, I'm gonna look through all the shit that I have stored up, and hopefully I don't find anything weird. I'm not sure. I probably will, because this is a very big mod pack, and I grabbed everything that was or looked unique, or that I thought I might need at some point. So I have everything. I have a lot of shit, but even with as much shit as I have, I feel like I missed so much stuff. So we're gonna check the weapons first. So yeah, this is This is base Fethrus Indaren when he's not fully dripped out. The drip is in another location. We'll go check the drip before we're done here. But I kind of just want to look through this. Like, there were so many crazy items, like the 1,000-bladed axe. I don't even remember where I got that from. Charming pickaxe. All these adamantium zinc-plated wounds. All those fucking Dark Brotherhood assassins I killed. Alauveron's prize spear. I believe that's from Mod. Anarchy. I think that's just a Daedric relic. That's from Mod, though, I think. The ancient Nordic pickaxe that I installed. Anataria's mace. That's just something. I believe that's. I think that's specifically from Mod. That's from Rise of House Talvani. Ash Ruiner stuff. Those are from the 6th House mod. There's the 6th House mod. I've done that one. I had the Ashlope Longsword. Yeah, Ask and Host. Axe of Confused Enchantments. I believe that was on a Sheogorath Worshipper. Bell of Revel Ancestral Blades. That was from a modded Ancestral Tomb. Berserker Silver Dagger. Silver Battle Axe. Yeah. Black Hand's Dagger. That was from a mod. Blade of the Hidden. Also from a mod. Blade of the Viper. Also from a mod. Blessed Spear. Pretty sure that's base Morrowind. Bloodstone. Those are all modded items. Blood Tear. Yeah, that's another one. Those are from the Hidden Daedric Lord mod. Blue Obsidian. Those are from the I don't remember which one those are from. Blue Obsidian. The Bonebiter's Bow, Soul Cinepool. The Bronze Longsword, which literally just a Kopesh, but you know, here we go. Burden of Conscience, cool. Jesus. Butcher's Cleaver and Blade and Sickle, those are from the Diablo inspired mod. Brundisius's Longsword, I do not remember where I got that from. God, there's so many. Competitive Edge, I remember I got that one from, was that from one of the Dren brothers? There's Competitive Edge, and then there was another one. It was a Hostile Takeover, I think it was. Competitive Edge and... It was called something else, but some other business term. I'm just gonna stop on things that I see that are pretty interesting, or that I can remember. These are all just Daedric weapons. You get these from killing. I got these from killing Daedra. I killed a lot of Daedra. To be fair, I did a lot of Daedric, plain trodden. Dagger Samachus, Dog. Ooh. Some demon weapons, of course. Druid Staff. That I believe was from the one. I believe that's also from Rise of House Talvani. No, that's from a different mod. All this dwarven stuff. I actually have very little dwarven stuff, honestly. I figured I would have more. Zeroing. No, you get no magic, and I'm getting spell absorption. Dwarver's Folly. Ebony Arrow Slaying, those are awesome. Don't have many of those, so I gotta keep those. Well, you know, they'll stay in this home until the home rots. A lot of ebony. I picked up a lot of ebony. I figured I'd be selling the ebony a lot more, but after I got like 200k in gold, I didn't need to use any more, I didn't need to sell anything else, so I just started collecting, and now I have just so much ebony, and, you know, obviously the Daedric as well, but, because of one of the mods being, the mud crab merchant, the animal merchants, they move around, and they added another merchant on top of that. It's a cliff racer with like glowing markings on it. Really cool to see the first time. It's kind of just cool to see, but the mud crab merchant and scamp, they are in, what's his name? It is Scamp, isn't it? The beast merchants travel, so they don't stay in their one spot. They'll show up there every now and then, but they don't stay in that spot. Like, I found the Scamp merchant outside of Ghost Gate, and I found the mud crab merchant. Where was he? Was he in Margon, I believe, at one point? No, that was the cliff racer merchant shows up in Margon and Aldaroon. For certain, Margon and Aldaroon. But the mud crab merchant I found in Nisus or Dagon Fell. It was somewhere either way west or way north. One of the coastal cities on the north or west side. It wasn't like where he was normally found. And I think he even had less gold. He didn't have 10,000. I think he had like 5,000 or 6,000. So I didn't even talk to him, or I didn't even sell anything to him. I was just like, you're not useful. So I never did. Never talked to the mud crab merchant, really. But I went going through Rise of House Dalvani and Uvirith's Legacy. You get a Winged Twilight in the vaults, in the underground part of your stronghold, and she's a creature merchant, a stationary creature merchant that has 10,000 gold. So I just used her for a long time. That's how I got my 200k. I sold her a lot of ebony, and then I had to reset her inventory because I forgot an item. But it turns out that item is actually in this building, and I will show it to you at some point. I believe I actually might have gotten rid of it, because I was like, well, I cheated one in, and I don't want to keep a second one, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Looter, Envy, the Fane of Hynectamet, Feast, Felthorn. Bring you with me. Felthorn is important. Felthorn is it's a modded weapon. You actually find it in the cave, the little cave grotto right outside of Sedanine, but it doesn't start off as a Daedric dagger, a very heavily enchanted Daedric dagger, one might say. It actually starts as a very shitty iron sword. But, oh well. Some fiend weapons, because they cost a lot. Fireblade and Firebrand. One of these is a unique weapon. No, actually they aren't. Flame Arrow, Flawed Dormer, Drink Sword. I think this is the one that paralyzes itself, right? Yeah. Foe Burner. Oh, actually an enchanted Foe Burner, yeah. Force of the Wind. I don't remember where that one came from. Foreign Blade, that was on one of the enemies. A Fragment of the Wabbajack, that one. Oh, God. That was a fun one. Gavel of the Ordinator, Galen's Gut Ripper. Glass weapon. Same deal for the ebony. They cost a lot, so I kept them. Not really anything
nothing too interesting about him, I don't think. Oh wait, that Storm Lunger. I for a long time before I got Gold Brand, I was using Glass Storm Lunger, or a Glass Storm Lunger. The lightning or the shock damage was decent, but it really was just because it was a glass weapon, so it had decent stats. Greed and Envy. No, Greed and Envy were the two twin spears for something else, I think. Here doesn't have any saber. That's something else. Where was it? Alright. Her darts, her ebony scimitars, you know, stuff from the hot ordinators, or her hands. Hope's Fire, yeah. Interesting, shock damage. It's True Flame. Hope's Fire is Lexia's weapon. Orca Club, House Dagoth Banners, those became a relatively common weapon. Hunger and the one I went earlier is actually related, I think. Hyarin Cars, Quills. Hjarnarenkar. Quills. Igsi Axe. Ilkurok. That is a spear I got from a different quest. It's unique, but it's not very good. Imperfect Razor. Keening. Hey, here we go. Legendary weapon time. King's Oath, that is from... I don't remember where I got that one from. Knights of the Nine Sword, yeah. I don't even remember, I definitely don't remember where I got that one from. Lance of the Fiery Hoof, I believe you get that from the one dude in Tamriel Rebuild. Light of Day! Not that powerful. The Mace of Avar Stonesinger. Oh yeah, because of the mods, some of these weapons have like the redesigns. So unfortunately, after today, it's likely that most of these will not be existing anymore. So sorry. Hey, look, Marin's Razor. My turn. I remember getting that. That's a fun weapon. The old elven stuff is Durrani weapons. From Skyrim Home of the Lords. Some cool shit right there. I've never seen Durrani stuff before playing this, so it's really cool for me. Or no, actually, I think when I played ESO for the very, very short time I played it, I started in High Rock? There's a Hammerfell. I think I started in Hammerfell. No, I started in High Rock. Yeah, I was a Breton. I started in High Rock. You don't start based on what your base is, I know. I don't think so. I actually don't know that much about ESO. Maybe? No. I'm not gonna say I won't, but it would not be behind me to play ESO 12 years after it's relevant. Or 10 years, or whenever the fuck it released, I don't know. Orlux Cleaver, that was... I don't remember where I got that. Plate Breaker, yeah, that's cool. Poison Drinker. Oh. Poison Grip, more like Gorilla Grip. I'm sorry. Rat Catchers.
Reaper sword. I believe I was using Retribution of Cowardice for a while. Retribution of Cowardice is just such a cool name for a sword. Rigged razor sword. Rigged. Salvation is at hand. Scepters. Got a couple scepters. Oh, God damn it. Scepter of the Sepulchre. That's for getting into the Sepulchre of the crystal or whatever it was. Sea Splitter. Aw, Sea Splitter. Serpent Nord Leg. Shadow Sting. Shark Darts. Shadow of the Borealis. Shootworth Trade. Yep, that's one. That's a good one. Shimzel. A Short Sword of Rebirth. Shut your eyes. I had a couple silver staffs in war. I used to have a few silver staffs apiece. I don't know where they all went. I had like 4 of these at one point, and I know the one quest you need one for your mouth for House Telvanni, and there's a couple other quests in mods that need them. But I should have at least like 2 or 3 of these. I don't know why I only have 1, but I do have 4 fucking silver staffs of war. 6th house bell hammers. I tried to use the 6th house bells and the one fucking thing. You can't do it to get to the one Daedric city, but I wish you could use the Endora bells in other places and not just the ones in the garden. I don't actually know if it is just the ones in the garden, but whatever. Skeleton King's Mace? Yeah, that's a big fucking weapon. Snowy Ground. Spear of Bitter Mercy, because I obviously picked that for Blood Moon. Staff of Magnus, I believe that's actually got an animation. Yeah. Oh, animated when you're not holding it, though. Staff of Forefathers, Inferno, Stone Battle Axe, Duelist Dagger, Geneplate Aegis, Katana the Fuyada, Wakizashi the Fuyada, Thunder Down Under, Storm Weapons, you know. I have a few more. Sunder, another legendary weapon. The Sword of Chaos and the Sword of Order. Those are from the this is the swords from the Jiglag mod. Sword of the Imperial Tiger, I believe I stole that. That came from a quest, Tashtigo's Fame. No, actually I got that from a shipwreck. There were a lot of shipwreck. No, Tashtigo's Talon is the one I got from the shipwreck. I got that after killing a giant cephalopod. There were a lot of fucking shipwrecks. I have a burning fear of the ocean, even in video games. So, like, I never fucked with them. Well, there were a few I went to, and this is one of them. Tashtigo's Talon I got from a shipwreck. Light Staff, yeah. Long Staff of Light, yeah. The Ardor Knife, got that from a modded quest.
promise. I got no window open. No window open. No window open. Won't use the staff, because of course I had to kill him. I'm the hell, or if I was Talani. True Flame. Yeah. Umbra actually, because of the way the mod happened, there's a whole lot of Umbra. So there's the Umbra Sword, there's the Umbral Javelin of Shadow, there's the Umbral Longsword. And mind you, some of these aren't weapons. One of them is a shield. Umbral Spear, Umbral Throwing Knives of Shadow. Yeah. Unending. That's just a good axe. Fethrus Indaren staff. It's like my predecessor. Stole that from his tomb. Well, took it from his tomb after I killed him. And destroyed his phylactery. Shard Blade. Wild Shard Blade. And Ahaz Cookie. Wizard's Gift. The Wizard's Staff. Yoggo's Trophy. The Umbral Claymore. That's the one that's a shield. So yeah, you get a whole Claymore shield. Mirror Shield. That one's a fun one. Summon Glass. Wait. Should not be in here. Maybe should that. Let's see what that was. Yeah, there's. Competitive Edge. There was something else. I believe there was another weapon, but it's suddenly disappeared. Well, anyways, that's the weapons section. There's crates of stuff. Just random shit. I got coins in here. These I got from tombs. Shard of Order. Most of this shit's pretty useless. Triune coins from other artifacts. Bunch of armor hammers, some Dwemer stuff from the Astrologians Guild that I thought I would need, and then I literally needed none of them. Because every single tomb you went to, or every single ruin you went to, had all the stuff you needed for that ruin. So, yeah, no need to collect it. These, oh yeah, the Dwemer Arcing Flare. Because, you know, who doesn't need a nearly infinite length torch? 3-month length, yeah. Glowing keys from the city. Oh. The Daedric city in Tamriel rebuilt. Monstrous hybrid claw that came from the Daedric, or the 6th House Reborn quest. And then we'll check the armor tab. This is going to be a lot more shit. And I'm probably not going to I'm just going to skip over most of it, because most of it's totally fucking point. And I almost crashed the game doing that. Holy shit. I can't even sort by magic, because it just won't show up. And let me put armor in the armor chest where it belongs. Even though it doesn't belong in there. Who cares? Anything notable? The adamantium armor. Who cares? Aether pirate hat. I have a pirate hat. This is important. Akaviri shield. Well, this stuff I can just show off right here, because it's right here. Some Altmer glass armor. I believe that's just appearance. Yeah, it's just thinner appearance and all that. Andrano iron helm. That's a specific style. The anglerfish helmet, that I believe is from Asher helmet. Haha, some fucking Silent Hill reference, am I right? And then there's the non-dark, less skull-covered one. Oh my wizard hat. Wizard hats. Hound Day Sentinel. Where did they? That was different.
arena quest. Was there a servant that was a... Yoke of Azura, what is that? Huh? Oh, that drains my willpower. Well, shit. No wonder I never put that on. Yeah, this is, I got this from, I believe it was from Master Arian's Tower somewhere. And all I get is reduced willpower? No, I also get endurance and strength. Okay, well. Or I'm assuming her reflected glory as well. And fortify magicka. Okay, so it gives me some decent things for the minus 10 willpower. That's alright. It's alright. The backpack, I remember I wore my backpack for a long time to keep that feather 60 points. It was very important. That diving helmet came in handy literally never, because by that point I had a constant effect water breathing. Battle Mage's Cuirass, yeah. That, I don't remember where I got that from. Bloodfeast Shield, that was... What? What the hell is the Blood Feast? What? What did I just do to myself? Am I? What the fuck is going on? Where was I read? Drain attribute. Did I just like temporarily turn myself into a vampire? Fortify health. Fortify skill. Oh, this doesn't give me anything. Huh. Wow, it's crazy how many of these totally fucking useless items I just never use because, well, they're useless. Yeah. As simultaneously reaching and losing levels. That's Blood Feast. I had no idea it did that, as most things. Bone Dancer Gauntlets. I don't remember where I got that from. Bone Weave. Only one of those, you know. Boots of Capacity. Doink those awesome. Those actually look kind of cool. I regressed 2 levels off that. Holy fuck. Boots of Mountains Lead. Will I lose levels off that? No. Okay. So there must be something going on there. Boots of Peace. Oh, those are sick. Pilgrim's Pliability. Boots of the Apostle. Bulwark of Belisra. Companion armor, because, you know, they had to show up in a mod pack where they were somewhere. Skyrim. Curse of the Outermost Woods. It's just a little bit of a Savior Side. I used the Savior Side for a while because I had fairly low magic resistance, and I don't actually have that much Daedric armor. Interestingly enough. I have quite a few masks, though. Three masks. Almost at 4. I have 5, technically, but... Dark Sun Shield. This happens a lot. Dark Sun's Burn. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it must be for... It's a vampire shield, I forgot. I can't use it if I'm not a vampire. Or, I can't use it without it's negative if it's not a vampire. And I'm not a vampire anymore. I can't be a vampire anymore, I don't think. Deathroot Helm. Hell yeah. Devil Armor, Dureni Armor. Which I happen to have some of because of the, arena. Dress Hunter Armor. I think I got that from somewhere in the past. Drew Armor from several
quests. Left and right pauldron fins, no. Oh, shield. Is this also gonna give me some weird enchantment? It did. Personality and speech for Night Eye. And restore health 5 point. Jesus. That's strong. You get any other fortification? Oh no, her reflected glory is something else entirely. From the Blood Feast, or Azura Servant. Man, I had some cool ass items in here. Dust Merchant boots. Oh yeah, all the most of the armor sets have a beast boots set, so that you can actually wear them as a beast race. Some ebony boots. I don't know why I only have boots and fucking cuirasses. Actually, I've got most of the set of ebony. Dane's cuirass. Another Daedric Mask, so I do have 4 of them in here. Fear Struck. You get fucking item. Visible Power. Gain Luck. And Block. Resist Fire. It's not all that good. Oh, I mean... I don't know why it can't just show the enchantments as like constant effect enchantments, but I'm sure it'd just get really long if it did that. This is important. Of course that dropped me a level, you know. Why wouldn't it, right? Gilded glass. Instead of gilded glass armor, just looks cool. Gilded glass foot. We have here gilded glass, it's shinier. Oh yeah, this is my soul conduit. I need this to stay in disguise. I could become Bone Man right now. I'm not going to because it would look weird. Some glass stuff. There's a lot of glass stuff. I picked up the most glass armor I found. Glass tower shield too, yeah. Helm of Boethiah's Rock. It's a Devil Cephalopod helmet, it looks cool. A golden mask, interesting. I believe I found that after killing Dagothar. Get a Gondolier's helm for completing the test in Vivek. Gothrin Cephalopod helm, yeah, that one. This is my armor piece I wore for most of the game. I got this very early on in the one Diablo 2 inspired quest and just never took it off. Just always kept it repaired. Not like it took much effort, it's iron, you know. Rainbird Ball. The Helm of some Aqueous Pursuits, the Helm of the Savior's Head. Yeah, you also get the Helm of the Savior's Head from Tamriel Rebuilt. I don't remember where, but it's there. Helm of Tragedy. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. I believe I used that for a while. Not really, actually. My medium armor never really leveled up. Helm's Wounding, her hands armor. That's literally just her hands armor. It's the enchanted set and the unenchanted set. His Cuirass of Freedom. I got 2 copies of those. Because one of them, I get the same event twice. Curse of the Visitor. That's a different one. Yeah. This shape. Telvanni Silverpod Helms. An Ice Shield. That's from one of several mods, I believe. Imperial Chain. A lot of Imperial armor. Imperial Templar armor, because I wanted to do I wanted to do the Imperial Legion quests, but it never let me do them. So I never did. Imperial Mananaut cap. I got that from an Imperial Mananaut. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's mostly Imperial stuff. There's not really anything that's crazy there. Infused Endoral stuff. You know, just gotta have 2 sets of Endoral armor. That was from one mod or another. I can never remember. I've seen so many of these. Kagrenax Vision. Damn. The Burden of Intelligence. The Burden of Genius. Keeper of Order mask. That's from the Keepers of Order. Those guys were cool. Gets a chain helmet. Did my stream just... Oh, cool. Chat disconnected for a second. That was cool. Hold on a second. What? Okay, Obidos just had some kind of error somehow. I don't know how that's even possible, but it did. Yeah, close that window. Just open it back up. Yeah. Cool. Select stream. Yeah, that one. Okay. Pick my data up, even though I know there's nothing changing. Ketz's Chitin helmet, Knights of the Nine helmet, yep. I believe I got the full set. That Gauntlet of Teleportation, that was... That's Rise of House Telvanni. That's how the one dude got into my home. Lord's Mail. Luna... I'm gonna put on the whole Lunar set, because I believe that's Astrologian's Guild. There's a lot of Astrologian's Guild stuff that just doesn't get explained, and this is part of it, but I believe it's semi-explained, because it's like, oh, well, she's part of our faction, but, well, who are you? Oh, well, we're the guys from here and there, and it's like, well, but... That's not answering my question. Oh yeah, the closed helmet is better. Okay. Armor looks sick as hell though. Like, the drip is immaculate. Combine it with something like was it a blue obsidian? Don't have any blue. Oh yeah, that's drip. Not really. The red's gonna be a bit of a flash. Oh god, that shield is way too fucking big. With Umbra though, that's not too bad. Clips through the plate a little bit. Okay, we return. Yeah, I'm gonna take this shit off. Actually, put that where it's supposed to be. Belthorn can stay. Let's go where it's supposed to be. Oh, look at those tits. We're on the lunar stuff. Map you guys can ask, what is this? You. Where did I get that from? Then we got the Mail of Calcius Firewalker. That's from Tamriel Rebuilt. You get that in the sewers of Evanhart. Don't quote me on that if that's not the case. Master Clavicus Vial. That used to be my constant helmet, but not this playthrough. The Fortified Personality, 30 points, was pretty nice in base game Morrowind, though. Awesome and glass helmet. This Mushroom Mancer's helmet. Hey, I wore this for so fucking long. This is just what I looked like for so long. Because, like, fuck. Oh. What's this OBS? Oh, whatever. What's my audio bitrate at right now? Is it not 128? What? Okay. That was weird. Never seen that before. Don't know how. I've streamed for several months, and that is not something I've ever seen before, or several weeks. That's not something I've ever seen before. Yeah, stream health is excellent. Stream health is always excellent, because I'm always excellent. That's all I do is excellence. Anyway. Sick helmet. I wish the helmet was pretty cool. Yeah, it's like a lion. Nine Bloods Curious, so yeah. Pause the bullshit. I have a Plague Doctor set. Let's show the Plague Doctor set. Ooh, that's cool. Well, I have most of the Plague Doctor set.
Polyhedroscope, get that from the Tamriel Rebuilt questline. Amazing Gold questline, Tamriel Rebuilt. It's a nice little item. Protective Alchemist Mask, that's a... use that for a while because it's cool. Well, first of all, because it looks cool. Also because it's very useful to restore health 2 points is awesome. Some Raymond Legion armor. This is one of the most ostentatious fucking items I've ever seen in an Elder Scrolls game. Like, I have to go outside to properly convey how big this fucking thing is. It is enormous. Now, remember, I've been streaming for an hour. I still haven't done what I planned on doing today. I'm just showing off, but this is the most fucking enormous shit ever. And you were just supposed to wear this around? It's only got a 44 armor rating? And I was just supposed to wear this around? Well, to be fair. It does give some cool buffs. Plus the Swift Boom. It just looks kind of awkward now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, I never used it, so... that was the Restored Dwemer Orbital. Cuirass. Royal Guard. Fortify skill. Damn, bro. There were actually some pretty good benefits on some of these items, and I just completely skipped over them because they don't say anything. Oh yeah, 6th House Warpire hat. Faith. That also blinds you, apparently. Skeleton King armor. I got Spellbreaker here. Try how cool this armor looks. It only gives 30 points of Reflect as a non-knowledge. Like, genuinely. 30 points of Reflect is not enough for Spellbreaker. Like 45, maybe 50. Oh yeah. Those from the last time I was using actual armor before I got pieces of ebony. Somewhere. Goblin shield. Torment Helm, of course. For those who hate themselves. of Akavir, another item that I completely missed out on because, you know. And some of these items are good, but some of them are just kind of meh. The white glow, of course. Wraith Guard. Sometimes plate. Particularly special. Alaman's Lucky Belt. Oh yeah, Marion's Helper. That was a... Explosions War Robe. The Bitter Hand. Christ, black pants. Oh right, I can't wear pants because of the Necromancer thing. Because of how this mod does Necromancy, I can no longer wear pants. Right. Ember Hands, Ember and Bitter. Embroidered Belt. Expensive. You know what, I did the entire, it's actually a favorite robe. I believe I wore that expensive robe for a while. Yeah, it's cool. When what was I even talking about? Yeah, right, I have a pair of pants, I called them Gilly Jean, which I always do, that are specifically enchanted with, water breathing and swift swim, because, you know, I can wear pants and armor, but Golden Glimpse, that's from Tamriel Rebuilt, I believe. Gondolier shirt, so now I'm a gondolier. I can't do anything with it, but I am a gondolier. And Amulet of Telepathy, those are from TR, Keeper of Order robes, those are pretty fucking sick. The Mantle of Woe. Because I can damage me. Marara's Reading Gloves. The Mask of Namira, which actually turns you into Orvis Dren, or Duke Dren, Venom Dren, Duke Venom Dren. That's for right, the Navani stuff. The Master Robes, which I never needed by the time I got them. A Peculiar Wax Amulet. Oh, right, there we go. The Plague Doctor Long Coat. That actually does look pretty fucking sick. So, let me put on the whole ensemble. I'll just keep that on, because the drip do be fantastic. Ring of Flesh. I got a Ring of Flesh. Never mind. I'm gonna. Nah. That's kind of gross. That's kind of go gross. Silent Wings. Right. I resisted the silence. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep my shirt off for now. Robe the Archmagister. Yup. Robe the Horticore. Need it. Robe of Unrequited Intent. Love. The Shoes of Saint Realms. How about the Shoes of Saint Realms? Slayer's Robe. Look at me. Oh, look at me. Sleeper Robe. Oh, right. I didn't know I actually got one of those. Holy shit. Search Robe. Boar's Glove. The Undead Crown. Oh, that's not an actual item. Well, I stole that from somebody, so... And I'm of the opinion that she should not have had it, so that's why I took it from her. Then we just got potions. Most of my potions are actually back at my Televirith, and I'll go there for a few minutes just to look around, but I will not be going there for very long, and I will be ending this stream in probably a half hour. I got some ingredients, nothing really all that crazy. They're all same thing, so I'm not gonna look at all of them. Silver darts. That was an egg case. It used once and never got used again. Dwemer metal. There's some interesting things in here. Steamed Centurions schematics. Dwemer coins. Coherers. Shrooms figurine. Moon gems. I believe I got that from something else. The Dwemer solar trinket. That actually, I want that out. At least there. Because then, at least here you can see it. But, scuba and moon sugar, there's nothing in there and never will be, because that was a very important part of my early income. So, soul gems. In here is why I had to cheat a little bit. We got the Guthrin's Magical Lamp, that's something else. An Ancient Mask, that was for a quest. Ashes of Lord Bryn, that's the same item. Black Skull, the same item as the base game. Black Skull is just black skulls. Black soul gems are from the Practical Necromancy quest or mod, so you had to get a bunch of those. And a bunch of other soul gems, some Daedric rune stones from various mods, a Sigil Stone, a Gate Switch Key, the Glowing Eye Rune, some Zivilai souls, some other souls, Shield Mahan, Fire Eater, Ogrims, more Ogrims and Atronachs. Some more soul gems, more, Daedra and all that. A quill pen, interesting. A roseate gold key, gate key, didn't really need that. Some shards of order, a soul flask, okay. Yeah, what's the special quill pen? We'll talk about that in a moment. The Saint's Soul, that's actually the Saint's body, from the Saint's body in the, or the body of the Saint in a Cernabibi, I believe. Some void crystals from another mod. But that special quill pen, that's the one I had to cheat in, because I forgot that I bought it very early on, and didn't know that I was going to need it for the quest. So, I just didn't have it when I needed it. Oh, and then we got the drinks here with some special brandies, some drinks. Nothing really all that crazy. Vigilance Ale, Kaishi's Lantern. I believe there was like 1 or 2 interesting things in here. Dragon's Blood, yeah, that's one of them. Camping gear, use that one time, never use it again. Gem encrusted goblet, I stole that from somewhere. Torgor, that's very important. Then I got a bunch of limeware. Books, nothing in that one. And I believe that's it for this. And then we got just paintings here. Vivek 1, Sunset 3, and Caldera, just Caldera. Got a Stone Dwemer bust, I had that early on. I had a bust early on, an Argonian skull, because Argonians are property. Dwemer Euro, it's not a Euro, it's a Dwemer Gyro. The Head of Scourge, I found that. What was that? I just picked up. Yeah, you can see it. This is just more random shit. Frosted Ebony, Gold, Gilded Ebony, that type of shit. A small loot bag, which... no. That Periite thing, that's from a quest, that's from a modded quest, that was fun. Some just more random notes and shit. This was something that was supposed to work and never did work, a Giant Centurion Somatics. Those skulls which follow you. Love this feature. Books, I just have a bunch of books in here. There's more in my library. I'll check those out when I leave. This is just another little sleeping area. I got a hat. I never put it on because I felt wrong. I got cursed coins, some gold items, mysterious golden eggs. Those are items from a quest. What else do we have here? Some incense burning. Just some random shit. accessories. There's a bunch of accessories in here. I'm not gonna go over all of them, but there's some quills for writing spells or writing scrolls, some amulets that apparently belong to the 9 divines or the 8 divines. I believe there's actually a Talos one, so it's the 9 divines. Well, never mind. I never found a Talos one. But there's some amulets of the amulets of Heartthrum, which you get from the Daedric or the Dagothar quest line. Amulet of Slowfall, that was relied on that fucker. Some belts. Ouch. I don't think I ever used that. Barrels Ars Maid's Band, yeah. The Balmolag March stuff, I did one of those quests and never did it anymore. The I Am Sigils. I believe there's actually one for each of the Daedric letters, so there's going to be a few more of those. Ashkosh's Ring of the Pack. Aragon's Dominator, I use that for a few little things here and there. Blood Ring. Kai's ring. Clan Endelos' Signet Ring. There's gonna be some other things in here that I used for a while. I definitely used that Counselor Sathir's ring for a while because I needed the alteration levels. Some designer items, Thassa's ring. These are just items. I use that every now and then because it was useful. I never used the Daedric Crescent because I never went and got it. Gaenor's Amulet, yeah, that was useful to have. Never, because I got it way too late in the game. Gamble Putty, woo! That item. Gavin's Ring of Servitude, I can call my servant anytime I want to. Geth Sigils. That's for Tamriel Rebuild. Garen's Ring of Fire, Global Inspiring Influence, Lockshot Ring. I use that more than I thought I would. Also, this collar, ring. Hostile Takeover was the amulet. That's right. It was Competitive Edge and Hostile Amulet was the Hostile Takeover was the amulet. Lord of Year, the Signet Ring. Matson of the Hot Musa. Nothing weird to there. Marara's Amulet and Ring, Martin Keeper, that's from the Keeper's Quest, whatever the fuck it was. Keeper of Order. Mentor's Ring, I used the Mentor's Ring for a while. Necromancer's Amulet too. To restore health and spell absorption was awesome. And Doozy's Key kept that one on me for a long time. Used Finaster's Ring for a while. That one in combination with the Mentor's Ring was very, very helpful. Shashev's ring, which is one of the items you get along with Shashev's key, which you need for your Elton brand. That, Shigor's signet ring, hell yeah. Siren's ring, that was from a Tamriel Rebuilt quest. Sixth House Amulet, I started collecting those after a while because that was all that I would sell. They were very valuable for that. Oh yeah, my Slippers of Relaxation. How could I forget? I got plenty of outfits to wear right now, so. Warlock's ring was another one I used for a while. Leaf Strummer. Zafrabel's Star as well. But then that got replaced with something. Pack, just more random items, more paintings mostly. I don't know why I never set those ones out. The Bitter Cup. Some clothes, Royal Man in Odd Armor. I actually kind of want to wear that. Yeah. The Archmage's robes, they're mid as hell. There it is, the Royal Man and all that stuff. I actually like that get up a little bit more. Yeah. We'll say, well, how about, yeah, actually. I need to work on my head cannon for Fethrus at some point. Slippers of Relaxation. My Crystal Bonsai. I got that from one or another quest. I believe that the Order quest. The Spellmaking Tome, I have that for making spells, obviously. Here, at home at least. I have another one at Tel Aviv. So, yeah, that's the bulk of this house. There really isn't much more to it, because, like, after a while, this is what I got. That's a far of a jump. I'm gonna just head right on down to the vault so I can go to my sorry, if you would like a better view of Televirth, you'll have to wait till I do another playthrough where I also inevitably go House Telvanni because I'm a very, very predictable person. I just love my mage lords, what can I say? The Televirth Vault. And here in the treasury, well, we're gonna check the prison first because I don't remember if I had any elements weird in the prison. High security prison. In the corrupted, Telvanni Council House. This is that one. A lot of constant noise. I don't know if I want to be here for very long. I didn't take a whole lot of people prisoner in this. Which, you know, something tells me it was kind of intentional. Come on, shitbag. Get over here. I don't know. He didn't have much to say. Seriously. Yeah, I got it. I know, I just don't restore as much health as I normally do. I don't restore any health. Okay, well, yeah, that'll do it. Anyway, the treasury. As you can see, there isn't much in this main area because, you know, that would be easy for people to steal from. Oh, right. The people, they've spoken. Commemorative staff of peace. Wow. And a commemorative silver sword? Oh yeah, there's also this lady. Dashra. That's a quest line. What? What's up here? What? You telling me? Oh wait, no. No, I remember this. This is a different room of the treasury. Yeah, I remember this from a different exploration session. I didn't explore this with you guys actually. I explored this on my own. Yeah, it's just a different display case. Actually, this is where I should be displaying my fucking suit. Yeah. You know, I had my stuff in that hidden, or in the in a different area, but I think I might need to relocate it to a much cooler area. I could have also put it in here, but this doesn't allow me to display it. I could put my gold in here. I will put my gold in here, actually. Instead of just on the floor where it is now. Or in the chest where it is now. But yes, here is my drip room. It's pretty underwhelming. There's not everything's in display cases. But here we have the Boots of Blinding Speed and Lord Methat's Pauldrons. Those are from Tamriel Rebuilt. This is from base game Morrowind, obviously. My armor, some parts of my armor. Bane of Tumblers is a custom enchanted right gauntlet. And then I just have a left gauntlet with constant effect restore fatigue. I didn't have a name for it, but Bane of Tumblers felt like a good name for 100 points and 50 feet on target. Constant effect Daedric Cuirass, constant effect Feather Daedric Cuirass from Mistress Thorana. Same for the Greaves. Close the case as I go by. Got Elton Brand. Good old Elton Brand. It's
Some I've actually never gotten before because I never really would have been a vampire. Daedric Tower Shield, which I enchanted with Restore Health. Just in case, Face the Hortator, that is from a mod quest where you just go get it. That was the case. Got Gilly Jean. Oh no, this is just the Exquisite Shirt. Yeah, Exquisite Shirt, Restore Health 2 points. Constant effects. That was very useful to have. Always the Telvanni Archmagister robe. That was just too fucking good to not have on me at all times. This is a Magicka cup. There's a thing in the upper tower you can put it in, and get Magicka regen. Access back Telvanni for your bag of holding needs. It's literally just a bag of holding. Telvanni platform keys for easy transportation between the Telvanni towers. We've got Dwemer coins here. Each one of these boosts a stat by, I think it's like 5 points. 2 points. 2 points. But there's one for every stat. I only had 6 though. Yeah. Two of the events didn't spawn, so I didn't get 2 of the coins. But then we have the Bells of the Hortator, you know, base game items. We have Gilly Jean, which are the items I no longer can wear, so I just took them off permanently. The Seal of the Archmagister, you get that from Radskal Telvanni, great item. Great item. Moon and Star, obviously. The Ring of Elfborn, I got that from a different mod quest. Star of Nerevarine, that's from Helliers of Hell Telvanni. That was literally always on me until I could start casting Slowfall. I just didn't cast Slowfall as a spell for a while, so I used the Slowfall amulet a lot, but I really didn't need to. So yeah, this is the Hall of Drip. I might, if I really feel the need to, I'll change it to that upper location. Like, I'll put it in here if I really feel the need to, but like, it's gonna be a lot of work to move all that shit up here. I mean, I could just pick it up and take it up here, but I'll do it another time if I do it. And the code is 231. Get on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur. And we'll put everything in the most reasonable coffer, which would be the big one in the center. You get all 234,000 gold I had on me for a while. At one point it was at like 250k. I just didn't need that much gold, so I just started spending it. Anyway. I think it's time to go back, and we're gonna leave the Phylactery and Fethrus Indaren will die. I want to headcanon this, that as soon as he takes the Phylactery off, the Mananaut that I interacted with, immediately spawns, or immediately comes in, grabs me, and just pulls me off into wherever the Mananauts live. But he had to wait until I took the Phylactery off. So here I sit, a royal Mananaut, chilling in the motherfucking Karth River. Good old Fethrus Indaren has lived many hundreds of years. Well, he hasn't at this point. Actually, he's always a fairly young character, realistically. Good old Fethrus Indaren here is my personal character. He is just a very, very powerful mage. with a lot of interaction with the entirety of the continent of Tamriel, or at least the games that are playable. And he's a lich, so he's going to be taking his time to leave behind a memento for the future. And this future will be something he has seen as a royal Mananaut. No, he isn't one. He's just the equipment of one. But that allows the other Mananaut to know where he is, what he's doing at this specific time. He doesn't necessarily know this, but he does have a feeling of it. He's magically apt enough to kind of put two and two together. So, our friend Fethrus here puts on his gear, takes his phylactery, and goes to a fairly unimportant place, the Karth River in Skyrim. Well now, what's in the Karth River? Nothing. It's Karthwasten. There's nothing here that's important at all. But Fethrus has a feeling. A funny, interesting feeling. And so, he puts on his royal Mananaut equipment and teleports back to his marked location in the Karth River. And, as a final goodbye, he removes his phylactery and drops it. And then, that done, fuck, where'd it go? There it is. And then, leaving that there, that done, fuck do I get up here? That done, Fethrus. I don't have a weapon. Well, I do have a weapon on me, actually. Felthorn.
Say your needs.
Felthorn here is an old friend. Mayhaps we'll go together, Felthorn. But in your more useful form. Oh, Fethrus. What would done do when, say... they remove their lich disguise?
You will die where you stand!
Oh. Shit, you actually hit. You hit hard. So do I.
I will kill you quickly.
None of you will ever kill me.
I will bathe in your blood. Now this is fighting.
There's not a single person on this planet that can kill me.
Run while you still can, child.
I have a 4 reputation and 24,000 bounty. That dude's dead.
Come on, fight!
You should have picked an
So we're just gonna
easier
go on a little bit
opponent.
of a rampage. As I am a lich without equal. I could
could disguise again anytime I want to, but what if I don't want to? And then let's head right into Carthboston.
It'll be your blood here, not mine.
Die!
Why is the horse fighting?
I will bathe in your blood.
30,000 bounty. Am I breaking their shields? Yes, I am.
You won't escape me that easily.
Yeah, just overall breaking their fucking shit. Well, they're hardly putting a dent in me. That day a lich ran into town.
You're bested. You're bested.
You call this fighting?
None of these creatures will ever kill me. Don't they know who I am? Where's your leader?
It'll be your blood here, not mine.
Everybody's fucking dying today. Yeah, even you, Oliver. What, lockpicking? Seriously? You fuckers charge me with lockpicking on time once? I have a 37,000 gold bounty.
You call this fighting? You call this fighting?
Run while you still can, child.
No, you take it.
It'll be your blood here, not mine.
Bitch. Fooled again by weaklings.
Give in. You're dead already.
Well, she's dead.
Oh.
51,000 gold. Rita. Not even at 10%. Just breaking everyone's shields. Breda. multiple keys. What else do I have to kill? How do all new buildings is a shadow of death? Not as a shadow of death, but as death itself. All fall before my blade. Ancestral rusted blade. Ancestral rusted blade. Pioleiros, Piosairos.
How does it feel to know death is near?
Yeah, no, that's not the way to be. We worked it
You're
out.
growing weak.
Fuck. Don't have black soldier on me.
Well, you've won this round. It's just right. Well, you've won this round. Well, you've won this round. It'll be your blood, not mine. It's your fight. I believe it's
And we're back up to Rue. It's like we never left. Close to the hold. Oh, shit. If only I had my Bane of Tumblers on me. Well, let's keep killing. Oh, right. Wrong side of the wall. Shit. I lost. These damn Nords. You there?
I will bathe in your blood.
You're dead. Dragonia.
It will die.
Tiger.
some iron head, huh? I need to go outside. It is worth remembering for anybody who is seeing this now. I haven't talked to, like, any of these people. Like, in matter of fact, I don't think I've talked to a single one of these people that I'm currently killing. Yeah, I kinda, once I got to the Skyrim stuff, I hit like an immediate wall of like, nah, I actually don't want to play this. And like, I love this game. I love this game a lot. And I would willingly play it for maybe another 40 or 50 hours. But the game is getting unstable. Jesus, did you see her boobs? They look like they got bigger as she was fucking dying. Anyway, while I would play this game for another 40, 50 hours, say, it's getting more unstable every time I play it. I've had locations disappear, not locations, but doors and areas. And like I said, I'm kind of just getting tired of it. I've been playing this, like I said, since November. It's been 400 and some odd hours, now another 2 hours added to that, so I'm up to like over 403 hours of playtime. I think it's time to call it quits for old Fethrus, and so that's why I did it. And that's why this playthrough will be ending after today. I left a lot unfinished, and I don't really like that, but, well, what the fuck am I gonna do? I should have had a bigger, better PC and been... Whoa. Oh, there's some cool shit in here. Alright. The Helm of Angar Bloodbeard. Ooh. And a silver club. Super cash. I don't need this. It's only 400 gold. Yeah, I'm only gonna get a few hundred gold on this, so. That's a cool ass amulet, though. Extra nice. Honestly, there's some cool shit in here. It would have been cool to see this or find this like real early game. Genuinely, the amount of shit in this mod pack that's like, man, if I had found this 5 minutes into the game, it would have been awesome. But I found it right before beating Dagal, so it's not really useful anymore. The amount of that, it kind of makes me sad. But really, there's no like. Outside of personal incentive, there's no incentive to play with the modded stuff that's added. You don't need to play with the base game's good enough, and there's enough changes to the base game that even what there was is different. Like, Cave Troll and Frost Lich, wow. Interesting. There's no real, like, incentive or any kind of driving force towards the mods unless you're specifically looking for modded stuff, and you can miss a lot of modded stuff if you don't look for it. like in Esther Nabibi, there's a whole bunch of added stuff, and if you don't look for it, you just won't find it. Like the Saint Soul in there, I never found where it was supposed to go. And I followed a walkthrough, and I never found where it was supposed to go. But, whatever. So this is how we'll have old Fethrus Indaren end his journey. Inside of the walls of the vault of old Karthwaston Palace. His phylactery at the bottom of the Karth River. Himself currently weighed down with a little bit of extra gold and a new helmet. It doesn't even look that cool. But we're not stuck, so it's okay. So yeah, I think I'll go back to the river and then that'll be it. Well, thank you for watching, everyone who attended and came here. That rain page will officially not be canon. And we're gonna take a minute to remember some of the exploits of Fethrus. Unfortunately, I did not record any of that because I was a pussy and was not streaming at the time. But now I am, so here we are. Will anyone ever see this? I hope so, because it would be cool. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there, so. Thank you, anybody who ended up watching. To the one person who stopped by, thank you. I'll hope that someday other people end up stumbling upon this or whatever. For now though, thank you all for watching, and let's say goodbye to Fethrus Indaren for right now. Fethrus Indaren the Lich, Echo of Eternity. Let's check the stat sheet just because it's pretty cool. Look at all these factions. Picogel. And by the end I had a 57,000 gold reputation, or bounty. I started with, I think before I started the Lich thing, I had like 100 and something rating on the reputation. I was pretty high rank in some of these guilds. Right, I knocked myself down a couple ranks in House Talvani so I could go back to so I could go to Tamriel Rebuilt and do their class, because they wouldn't let me do them as Archmagister. Anytime I asked them for duties, they would just tell me, "Yes, Archmagister, what duties do you have for me?" And it's like, I don't have any for you because it's not my fucking job. Hold on. PC raise rank Talvani. There we go. That's as it should be. I should be an Archmagister in House Talvani. Anyway, that's all. I think I'm gonna just end it here. Old Fethrus' story really just ends here with him. Well, this Echo of Eternity story ends here.
have plans for maybe doing an Oblivion series now that Oblivion Remastered is out, and I've seen that it isn't a dog shit remaster. I might play it. I might just play Oblivion original because I own that one already.
It's from a big old trail of blood. I have no idea where they came from.
Anyway, I do bad.
5-10 minutes, right? Where the fuck did that come
Oblivion, I might do an Oblivion playthrough with Fethrus. Not sure. I think I will. I might actually do a different playthrough with Oblivion, though. I like Oblivion. I really, really like Oblivion. I think I honestly like Oblivion more than Morrowind. In general, there's some things I like more about one than the other. But in general, I want to do more Elder Scrolls stuff. I think that will be kind of a cool thing for my channel, is that I'm an Elder Scrolls player, you know. It'll hardly be my entirety of my channel, because I don't want it to be. But, yeah, Elder Scrolls. But along with Oblivion, I absolutely want to do a Skyrim playthrough. That is why I ended this playthrough here in this way. I have for a long time had this idea of a sort of multiverse. It's only two universes, or two timelines. There's the main vanilla timeline, which is just base game, vanilla Elder Scrolls games, and then there's the modded timeline, which is modded. That's it. And the only thing about it is that the modded timeline can go in and interact with the vanilla timeline, things from the vanilla timeline, because that's just a base reality, and so nothing can really change it, but nothing from that base reality can affect the modded timeline, or nothing from the modded timeline can affect the vanilla timeline. So you can't have like Fethrus Indaren here, him being champion of the arena in this mod pack doesn't matter for the normal base game vanilla Morrowind experience, because in the vanilla Morrowind experience, he's not the champion of the arena. He only killed Trebonius and the Dren guy in the arena, or maybe a couple other people. That's it. So normal Fethrus Indaren, the Nerevarine, didn't do the champion of the arena thing. So he won't, he's not a champion of the arena because of that. But this Fethrus Indaren is champion of the arena because in his timeline, the arena has, you know, a process for which he can become the champion. Along with that, I have a little bit of a plan for Skyrim. That's why I have him here. Because here, I'm leaving the amulet in the Karth River because the Karth River still exists in Skyrim. Karthwasten does too, although it's in a different location. So I'm assuming this is more of the ESO location, or around the ESO location, since that's closer to Third Era. It's still 1,000 years away, or several hundred years difference. So, for a fucking province of men, several hundred years is a very, very long time. So, it could be completely different between ESO and modern, or in Morrowind, or Skyrim, or yeah, it's different modern Skyrim. But either way, the Karth River is still there, 1,000 years in the future, or 400 years in the future. So, I'm gonna say either the my thought for that I had yesterday was that the hold on, let me see if I can let me add a text. Yeah, add new. Okay. Font. We don't need that big. 16 Arial. Sure. Okay. So we'll have one. Leave Phylactery and river. 2 Phylactery ends up in Windhelm. Three, 400 years pass. 4. New incarnation of Fethrus Windhelm as refugee. 5. Find amulet. Yeah, so that's basically the idea I had for my why the thing or why it's in Skyrim is that he leaves it in the river, it ends up in Windhelm because either it washes on the shore or some adventurer finds it and is like, what the hell is this? Ooh, there's nothing on it except for some Daedric text, but I'm too stupid to open up UESP and check what that could mean. But either way, one way or another, it ends up in Windhelm. 400 years later, I think those two would have to be the other way around. And Fethrus' new incarnation, a new Echo of Eternity, new sorcerer, new whatever he ends up being, goes into someplace in Windhelm, and he finds it. And then the story of Fethrus continues 400 years in the future with a new outlook on life. The only difference is this Fethrus will have to think differently. The Fethrus we're dealing with right now, Echo of Eternity Fethrus, is kind of a ruthless but caring businessman. He will just throw money at shit, but he will do whatever it takes to keep his people safe. And he does kind of have a problem with... Well, he doesn't have any problems with violence, actually. He has a problem with starting violence. He will actively avoid fights as much as possible. So this new Fethrus is a refugee. This is the Skyrim Fethrus, at least. He'll be a refugee, so he'll be a different person entirely from old Fethrus. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that Fethrus. I'm not sure if I want to do, like, he was a warrior in Morrowind. But then, the Red Year happened and, he was young. but he was a very powerful mage, and so he stuck around. But, you know, some shit happened, and another Telvanni gave him a trick, and he ended up as a refugee in Windhelm or something. Like, that's an idea I had for it. And if not that, maybe, like, he's I don't know, a warrior or a rogue or something in the new capital, and he gets sent over for a job, and then something goes wrong, and now he's trapped here, or something. I'm not sure yet. I might even have him start in Solstheim and have the amulet be something that Neloth got a hold of. Actually, you know what? That might not be a bad idea. I might have it be like it gets washed up on shore, and instead of actually, I'm coming up with ideas, and I'm gonna keep them as ideas because I think it would be way cooler as an actual something that I can show than something I tell as a stream several who knows how long until I make it. So I think we're gonna just call stream here. I have some other things to do today, so I gotta get going. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. I hope whoever's here ends up coming back again, and